All right, so let's go back a little bit. Like I said earlier, let's go back to let's go before the explosion. And for a lot of people who didn't know part of the journey, you know, there was a Dutty Cup crew. Sean was in a big crew with a lot of these guys who a lot of Jamaica had never really seen before, and was on rhythms that a lot of Jamaicans hadn't, the type of rhythms that people had never heard before. Woman I want a bit, or baby girl don't cry no more. Like those rhythms were not normal for the dancehall, and all of a sudden,
fearless and playground,
right? And then all of a sudden, Jeremy Hardin, and these songs were getting high rotation on the radio. Now Sean, once again, like Don Youth, was not your normal dancehall artist as when people were looking at them. So we honestly didn't know, the people didn't know what was going to be happening with Sean. But Sean kept on making hits, hit after hit after hit. Tony Kelly started making hits with other people through and through. Donovan Jermaine, hit. Stage one drops. Stage one does well. People at Hot 97 are like, who is this guy? They meet him. They like him. And they're like, yo, dude, whenever you're doing something, got you. Stage one album does very well. All of a sudden, there are these Latin people that are talking about this guy. Just giving an intro. All of a sudden, we see our Jamaican dancehall artists doing things with a Busta Rhymes, a Keisha Cole, a Beyonce. Sean, that explosion of your career was one could argue a new evolution of Jamaican music working in areas with non-Jamaican music and bringing in non-Jamaicans into the conversation. Can you tell us a little bit about that from your perspective?
Yeah, well, but when I was trying to get into the business, there was the great Shabba Ranks, and he was doing songs with Johnny Gill and KRS-One. And Super Cat was doing songs with, who is my father in the business. Super Cat had those songs with, Biggie and all these things. And to me, it made perfect sense. And you had people like Mad Lion coming out, who was the hybrid of, what dancehall is, like him spitting patois and some hip hop rhythm. So like right before me start for Bus, that was the thing, and I seek to try to continue that trend. I'm for big up people like Shinehead as well, because he's been one of the only people that I see kind of just do that seamlessly, work a Jamaican crowd, sing a reggae song which all of us love, and then sing hip hop songs which was big in the genre itself. And so big up to Shinehead. And then you have people like Busta Rhymes and Special Ed and Slick Rick, all of them have Jamaican roots. So to me, I was like, this all needs to come together. So I used to try to blend the territory, just bridge the gap, you know what I mean? And sing about things that maybe we never sing about in Jamaica. We never did a bus buckle more back in them time there. To tell the honest truth, maybe some big players was doing it, but the average Jamaican was like, yo, let's get a creator Guinness, we could put together, get some, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's how that was. So I spoke about us in a background, which was something a little bit more alien to how we was doing it at the time. And it just helped to bridge the gap, as I said, and it led to me being like revered by certain hip hop artists and acts, and just doing it like that. So that's how these things came around, because my elders showed me, here comes the stepper, that is a big tune in the world, where it was hip hop with a Beatles melody and flow, and him doing more on a thing, big up to Annie Kamoli. Stepper. He is one of them was showing me the way as well, how to blend hip hop and R&B, hip hop and dancehall. Big up to people like Barrington Levy, same way. Junior Reed, same way. All them man there had been doing it. So I cannot take the accolades for myself and say I only me one. But at the time, I think that me and Dutty Cup crew, when we heard California Love, we was like, yo, we have to do some dope on this. We have to do some dope on that. When we hear, you know, LL Cool J tune there with sample Grace Jones. So it go again.
Oh.
Forget, you know, but about 96, 98, them time there, we'd have to go up on them rhythm there, you know. Doing it and doing it and doing it.
Doing it right.
So that was there was a time when, you know, the Shabba and Johnny Gill them did a go on, and then there was a time where it was just straight dancehall music. And at the time, nobody was messing with hip hop a lot at home. And I was like, yo, we saw gold in that, and something that we had learned from all of these other artists doing things like that and bridging the gap. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to former water polo sensation Sean Paul, Jamaica swimming. You know, he could have been Olympian, but thank goodness he decided to go into entertainment. Now, that explosion was followed by that Dutty Rock album. That album that Give Me the Light. You had videos doing things and showing things that we did not see in the mainstream. Little X, so on. Tanisha Scott doing, you know, training those dancers, doing what they're doing. The concept, you stepping out into the darkness, and when you land your foot, the light comes. Like, we didn't see those things with that music. Number one, what created an evolution to do such creativity, and then two, what was the immediate feedback? Because once again, we had never seen anything like that in dancehall.
Bob Curtis Mayfield music, and we love certain R&B, rhythm and blues, blues music. So when it comes to my generation, we really kind of did take a whole hint from hip hop, you know. We did take that. So the music videos they were doing was very different from what we was doing, and maybe a money difference in terms of we don't have a big streaming thing right now. We don't have a lot of people buying our records. However, it's the biggest underground music in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I could go to, when I was a teenager, I went to Mexico City to play water polo for Jamaica. Central American game. Junior, was it Panam?
Junior Panam Games?
Yeah, Junior Panam Games, 1992. And when I hear the car them a drive past me, I hear, give me phone on it. I'm hearing us. And I go into clubs and hear El General, which was the first reggaeton artist to me.
No. You are correct. It's not just to you. El General is the beginning of the whole reggaeton thing.
The movement there.
Facts.
And that was at least, almost 20 years before it really was kind reggaeton.
Correct.
You know? So I would go in on them places and hear the music, even though I didn't see it on them TV or never heard it on the radio, people was feeling it. So it's an underground music, one of the biggest ones. And when people say, you know, it not doing well, it not streaming, I always have to argue different, you know? Because sometimes I come to the radio in the United States, you know, even nowadays, and I say, boy, I love the song, but I don't know what to tell you. You know, dancehall is not playing anymore in the States, but then they might play Justin Bieber say, I'm at a party.
We at a party we don't want to be at. Trying to talk, but we can't hear us.
And that's dancehall.
Facts.
I don't care what you want to say. We're the one that can sing all this time on a dancehall rhythm, and we consider that dancehall. I don't see why when Justin Bieber do it, and I'm not bashing the kid. You know, I'm bigging him up for it in the same spot. I like that he does that, but I just want people to say, yo, a dancehall that him do, you know. Because we got that big. I won American Music Awards, Shabba Ranks win Grammys, and you know, draw more people to Bobby Brown concert than Bobby Brown himself. Bob Marley did that to the Commodores.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was on the Rock the Mic tour, which featured a host of amazing hip-hop artists, and honestly, they put me up at one of the first. It was Obi Trice, then Fabulous, then me, then Missy, then Busta Rhymes, then Snoop Dogg, then 50 Cent, then Jay-Z on that tour. That's how the lineup went. They put me early, and trust me, used to blaze the fire upon them, and that's why they were like, we can't put this dude in near our set.
I remember. I went to that Atlanta leg of that one. I saw that Atlanta leg of that one. See? I remember.
so I remember playing the two, bro. I'm gonna just know say our music powerful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Back to the original point now. What the question they asked me again? I lose my train.
No problem. No, I was just talking about which some of it you brought up. The explosion at that point. I'm during the Dutty Rock time, and that summer you had a rotation. I argue with people that is Michael Jackson-esque. When you talk about the MTV, BT, VH1 rotation, that you had first of all, it was on all three, which is not the norm, and they were getting heavy rotation. And so the question I was asking was, you were pushing new boundaries. You're getting the Latin American audience. You were getting people who had never seen that. And I'm just wondering, from your perspective, what did it look like? How did it feel like? And that was the question.
Oh yeah, I mean, it felt, my eyes was open to what numbers meant. You know what I mean? In terms of, when I hear the music everywhere in the car in Mexico or everywhere, I'm like, oh, this music powerful. But we didn't have the numbers, and that was something that was missing. And when my career started to shot, I saw and felt the numbers. I felt the amount of people that the songs were getting to. So when you hear Jamaican people say, some of the songs them now pass Norman Manley Airport or songs at airport, like they stay in Jamaican culture a lot. You know, and you might feel as a young artist that, well, that's powerful, and it's power. Yeah, it is a lot of, you command in a lot of nation, listening to music. That's a good thing. But then, you know, when the numbers get stronger and get bigger, and you realize how much people in New Jersey alone are in Atlanta alone, you know what I'm saying? You're like, blow out. And now all of those playlists. So it gave me a wider insight, and that helped me to develop my thoughts on why clash, why not collab, why not get the cash, why not tour the world, why not do things. And you know, Junior Gang was one of the main person to say to me at those times, why aren't we touring together? Why isn't not just me and him, but everybody who is doing things, Elephant Man, Baby Sham, in dancehall world, why don't we have, you know, a thing that comes at the whole States or Australia or, you know, Europe, UK, Canada? Why don't we have tours that dominate all of that together? And it was a valid question. And when I saw him do Jamrock, that was a unity that, and it still is, the Welcome to Jamrock cruise. It's a unity where just I'm very proud of his work that he did, that has done that, and just proud of the unity that it year to year brings in the genre. You know what I'm saying? And the fans come together and the artists them come together, and we do something that's just a phenomenal experience. So to me, when I saw the numbers of people that was looking on my career, I decided at them time to say, yo, we have to bring people on. So them time that was Dutty Cup. I still bring forth man like Luga Man right now. But also we have people like, you know, Chiching Ching, Rasa Jai, Kwanda Jai, Soto Bless.
Soto Bless, Atlanta's own Soto Bless.
Yeah.
Another one, Marion, by the way.
Yeah, who was in my class, by the way. In the same class in Wilmot. So big up to Soto. But all of these people are artists who me revere. I like their talent. I think they're talented enough to bring songs forward that people can do. I mean, I hear some pretty lame hip hop songs, and to me, them control the whole of the United States. And to me, these artists that I mentioned have songs that can do the same. They're not lame, and they can do the same controlling of the whole market. So from them time there, as I said, why should it only be me? Make we start work with some other people for put them onto the game. Them time I made the tune with Chico, who was huge in our diaspora, but not outside of it.
Right.
The tune with Sasha, you know, big up to Sasha. It was the same thing with the tune with Cecile, with this side with Vegas. Me and Vegas was on a par in terms of the amount of people that know it, but then arguably I broke out. You know what I mean? And
it's not arguably. You did break out.
Vegas, yeah, but I have a lot of respect for Vegas because at a stage in 1999, he took me on tour.
Right.
I was an opening act for him, even though in Jamaica we was a song called Heads High, the bus with him, especially in foreign. And he we toured the States.
There was a time that Vegas's album was like the top selling dancehall album in the world at one point. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you know what, Jay? I feel that our genre need to teach that history to the kids, because these are players that in a lull made you know, they made movements in those times, bro.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So up to the man, big up to Vegas. As I said, we used to start the show and then, you know, light it up and film burn it down. And so I don't forget those things, brother. And there's a lot to be learned from, you know, trying to get that hit and touring the world. You see the numbers and you feel the numbers, and it affects your whole team. And I think that's way better than for us say we need some excitement and let's clash. And so the Kendrick Lamar and
Drake
and Drake and Kendrick calling up J. Cole name. I have to salute J. Cole for take the higher ground, because sometimes when a man step on your shoes and it's brand new, you don't feel like dust him out. But you have to remember, say the shoe them make a China, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Birds! All right.
Yeah.
So big respect, and you know that is a very mature context. I think I was listening to the sports commentator Bomani Jones, and he said like people were criticizing him for getting involved with the whole clash, and he said, and they were like saying he's being immature, and he was like, that's the point.
Exactly.
All right. So moving on for that. Now, you made a very you said some big things a while ago. You said, you know, the kids them need to know the history. We do need to know our history. I have been lucky that a lot of you history makers, including you know, you talk about Buju, Sizzler, Wayne, all those. I've been lucky that I was around in you guys coming up. So some of you passed through my sound, you know, so I've seen the evolution. But you're right, because in all of your coming up, whoever it is, Beenie Man, Buju, Bounty, Dave Kelly, all you, Jeremy, all the things that you guys, the brilliance of Steve Wilson, that it has changed the way things have been done. It has made revolutionary moments.
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
That, and we should be teaching that. So you're right. That being said, though, the impact that you guys have had outside, I could be wrong, but things like Afro, I know reggaeton for sure. That's dancehall. I'm not asking nobody.
But don't fear to say Afrobeat too, because
right. I was about to say, for my opinion, Afrobeat is a receiver of dancehall existing.
Yeah, you have a lot of people nowadays who try to come say, oh, you know, Kool Herc was the only player, and that don't mean to say, you know, the reggae influence or dancehall influence hip hop and brought it to life at the time. and you know, it don't mean just because El General say it's a dancer, it's like that guy was doing him thing, and it don't mean like when you hear Afrobeat now. And to me, that is an idiot argument, because when I can say, or Bob Marley can say, we love Curtis Mayfield music, it influenced me.
Facts.
Everybody take influence. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, none of we not create none of this. A 12 note and it keep going around a circle. A 12 note, bro.
Facts.
See? So it's a full circle. It's a full circle. And for me, everybody that do play a part in the game, make it sustain and make it move on. You have bigger players will come through. Like all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes a little young girl who make a mark. You know what I'm saying? Each and everyone have sung which out there and powerful. So for me, it's just looking at that and saying that you know, we're a powerful genre in itself, and we do take influence from other things, but we know we influence many different things. From right now, as I say, reggae to Afrobeat to pop music to down in Trinidad where I do them Trinidad music, you know, and people like Roger Weiler come out where him is and them youth, them is from different sides of the Caribbean, but they're doing dancehall music. So tell me we not influence people. Tell me we don't influence
Bungie Garland, yeah.
Yeah, you have Bungie Garland, so now like him a DJ from a long time. When him a freestyle, a straight DJ and him a DJ. Come on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So give the accolades where it belong, man. Where we came and be a dominant force. Yeah, we took influences from other things. I just tell you some influenced by certain hip hop things, them videos them was doing and what them I talk about and Ray. But also we came into our own. We became a powerful stone where nobody can move. And it's still there as a foundation. You know what I mean? And so now you want us to watch us way and say, oh no, dance on the radio anymore when I'm hearing making me feel like somebody. We are telling man. You know what I mean?
Dancehall still relevant.
The Ed Sheeran, them man.
Yep.
Yeah, the Ed Sheeran, them and all that shit. Them thing that straight dancehall. So if you're going to tell me, say, you know, jazz music influenced and it turned into something else. Said jazz music influenced things. You have to say, you know, dancehall influenced all these genres. So 20 odd years ago, African music didn't sound like what it sounds like today. Fela Kuti, the great Fela Kuti, you know, never sound like what it sounds like today. However, I do hear them now. And back to that, them push what is dancehall to get there, and them changing the influence now. But arguably, Sly and Robbie went to they got Indian drums and they put water drums in our music, and they put African drums in our music, and they use it and play dancehall, and we influence them. Then them now come and influence back we. Because them have a thing called I'm a piano now, we're bad and everybody want to use a bass there, that drum, the log drum them. You know, you have to know music, man, and you have to be fair in music, you know. For me, I don't have any emotion when it comes on to the business of music. There's been many songs that I go to people with the song, and them brush it away and say, I don't really like this one. I'm not have no feelings in that. What I put my feelings to is in the music. As a musician, as an artist, put your emotions and feeling in the music, but don't use the business and feel no emotion after that. There's no say, I just saw it go. So when people say to me, say, oh, you know, dancehall was influenced by this or that, or my version of dancehall. Yeah, but we become a standing stone. You know what I mean? When Jacob did have the dream, right? He might forget up, and when him dream a stairway to heaven. He might forget up, he had to get up and put the stone that he was sleeping on a tabernacle. And put it there so to make everybody know, so right as some dream and see God. See? So when dancehall come and make them stamp, you're not gonna brush your my tabernacle, so. You're not gonna brush away that stone that we put on, that everybody's copying and following right now. When I look how much different people, right, much different type of genre of music utilize what we are doing. It's phenomenal. I don't say our music come do it, and arguably reggae is huge. Reggae is a part of our music, but dancehall has been a dominating force in our culture since the late 70s.
Actually, a little before that, it's actually from the late 50s, early 60s that they were experimenting with it. But
people taught them thing and I do them thing, yeah.
But you're right. I did not know I was going to get a master class that Professor Henriquez was going to put together for everybody. But number one, let me say thank you very much, because we know we've been on a while. Big respect to you, Sean. I know that is the only reason you're on this long. Love, grace, big respect, Steve, big respect, Ronnie. Even Sean Anderson, I'm going to give a big up. So
you'll see him tomorrow, man.
Copper Sean. So we're going to wind this down a bit, but big respect for everything. By the way, Sean, let me tell you right off the bat, just in case I don't get to tell you, this is surreal for me, thinking about the youth I met when we were in your uncle's VW band, and the things you were saying then, and then listening to the professor now, it's blowing my mind. Straight up.
Respect, bro. All right. Time teaches the wisdom and the knowledge, and if the truth burn you, just don't let it be your concern. You have to learn from it.